My name is Claire Morgan. I was 37 years old when I learned that betrayal doesn't always come with shouting or lipstick on a collar. Sometimes it arrives calmly, dressed in routine, hiding behind polite smiles and busy days. I didn't catch my husband in bed with another woman. I didn't read messages by accident. I didn't follow him. Someone else warned me. It happened in a parking garage beneath a law office in downtown Toronto. Gray concrete, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. I was there for a contract review related to my consulting work. When I stepped out of the elevator, a woman I had never seen before said my name like she already knew me. Claire Morgan. Her voice was steady, controlled, too controlled for a stranger. She introduced herself as Evelyn Carter. Then she said quietly, "Your husband is sleeping with my husband. And if you confront him now, you will lose." I remember noticing how clean her shoes were. How calm her hands looked. How rehearsed her breathing was. People in shock don't notice details. People who are waking up do. She didn't accuse. She didn't dramatize. She stated facts. We sat in her car. Engine off. Windows fogged slightly from our breath. She told me she had spent 6 months collecting information. Messages, schedules, shared bookings, receipts, patterns. She spoke like someone giving testimony, not gossip. Then she said the sentence that rewired my thinking. Emotion protects liars. Evidence destroys them. I didn't cry. I didn't argue. I felt something colder than pain move into place, clarity. My husband, Thomas, and I had been married 11 years. He worked in corporate compliance. Irony has a sense of humor. He was known as calm, ethical, dependable. The man everyone trusted. The kind who shook hands slowly and spoke carefully. At home, he was quiet. Predictable, polite. We didn't fight. We didn't scream. We simply faded. I used to mistake peace for loyalty. Looking back, the signs were surgical in their subtlety. The phone always face down. New gym schedule. Sudden interest in networking dinners. A new cologne I never bought. A second charger in his briefcase. All things that can be explained, until they align. Evelyn showed me proof without drama. Photos of them entering the same building weeks apart. Hotel reservations under corporate accounts. Shared calendar gaps. Parking receipts. Time-stamped messages. Nothing emotional. Nothing illegal. Just devastatingly precise. Then she said something that changed everything. If you confront him now, he will erase himself. He will rewrite the story. And you will become the unstable wife. She told me she had already spoken to lawyers. That timing mattered more than anger. That exposure without structure only protects the guilty. Then she said, "Wait. Let him get comfortable. Comfort makes people careless." I agreed. Not because I wanted revenge. Because I wanted control. For the next 3 months, I became invisible in the most dangerous way. I smiled. I cooked. I listened. I asked neutral questions. I did not accuse. I did not search his phone. I did not cry. I documented times, locations, patterns. When he said, "Late meeting," Evelyn confirmed her husband left home too. When he said, "Conference," there were flights. When he said, "New project," there were shared leases. I learned something terrifying. People lying long-term don't act nervous. They act relaxed. They believe the lie has become reality. Thomas grew softer at home. Kinder. Almost generous. Guilt makes people generous. Then came the moment he crossed the final line. He told me he was considering renting a small apartment near downtown, to reduce commuting stress. I nodded. That was the moment everything locked into place. Within weeks, Evelyn confirmed it. Same address. Same parking garage. Same utility activation date. Cohabitation. That matters legally. That changes everything. We waited. Not angrily. Strategically. On a Monday morning at exactly 9:30 a.m., both filings were submitted, mine and Evelyn's. 2 separate courts. 2 separate cases. Same evidence structure. By Wednesday, papers were served. Thomas came home that night pale and shaking. Not angry. Not loud. Empty. He asked how I knew. I told him I didn't need to know. I had proof. He tried denial. Failed. He tried guilt. Failed. He tried remorse. Too late. When I told him Evelyn's husband had filed the same day, his face collapsed. Not sadness, panic. Because now the story couldn't be controlled. 2 narratives. 1 truth. The hearings were clean, clinical, brutal in their simplicity. Judges don't care about passion. They care about timelines, about documents, about consistency. Lies fall apart quietly under documentation. The settlement reflected that. Not revenge. Accountability. When Thomas moved out, the house felt lighter within hours. Like something rotten had finally been removed. I repainted the walls, changed the locks, deleted old photos, reclaimed silence. Evelyn and I never became friends. We didn't need to. Survivors don't always bond. Sometimes they just nod and walk away stronger. Months later, I heard through mutual contacts that Thomas had tried to explain his side. That he said I was cold, strategic, calculating. They were right. Because when someone lies to your face for years, kindness without boundaries becomes self-betrayal. Here is the truth no one tells you. Waiting is not weakness when it is intentional. Silence is not submission when it is strategic. And restraint, when paired with evidence, is devastating. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't expose him online. I let facts do what emotions never could. And if you're reading this while doubting your instincts, while telling yourself you need proof before you're allowed to feel hurt, listen carefully. You don't need to explode to be powerful. You don't need revenge to win. You need clarity, timing, and the courage to stop protecting someone who never protected you. I didn't destroy my marriage. I simply stopped carrying a lie that wasn't mine.